if your life is being controlled by habits you don't even notice? Here's something I've been thinking about this week. Over the last 2 weeks, we've learned that small habits compound over time and that lasting change begins with identity. But chapters 3 and 4 ask an even more important question. How do you change something you don't even realize you're doing? I think that's where most of us get stuck. Not because we don't want to change, but because we don't notice what needs changing. James Clear explains that every habit follows a simple pattern. There's a cue, a craving, a response, and finally a reward. The first few times we do something, we choose it, but eventually we stop choosing. We simply repeat. That's what a habit is. Think about your morning. Do you reach for your phone before your feet even hit the ground? Do you automatically check email? Do you open up social media without thinking? Do you complain about Mondays? Do you speak negatively to yourself? Most of those aren't conscious decisions anymore. They're automatic. And that's both the beauty and the danger of habits. The things we repeat eventually become the things that we stop noticing. Really challenged me. I realized that some of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life weren't intentional. They were automatic. Ways of thinking, ways of reacting, ways of speaking, patterns I repeated so often that I stopped questioning them. And if I'm honest, that's true for all of us. We don't wake up trying to become impatient or negative or distracted or selfish or disconnected. We drift there one unnoticed habit at a time. Psychology tells us our brains are designed to conserve energy. The more we repeat a behavior, the less we have to think about it. That's efficient until the habit starts taking us somewhere we never intended to go. What's fascinating is that scripture teaches the same principle. In Psalm 139, David prays, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. See if there's any offensive way in me." Notice what he asks for first. Not change, awareness. He invites God to reveal what he cannot see himself because awareness always comes before transformation. James Clear calls this creating a habit scorecard. Simply write down the habits you repeat every day. No judgment, no excuses, just awareness. Sometimes the greatest breakthrough isn't learning something new, it's finally noticing what's been there all along. 3 takeaways from chapters 3 and 4. First, you can't change what you don't notice. Awareness is the first step toward transformation. Second, every habit starts with a cue. Find the cue, and you begin to understand the habit. Third, don't just build better habits. Pay attention to the ones already shaping your life, because they're shaping your future whether you realize it or not. This week's experiment or challenge for the next 24 hours, don't try to change anything. Just observe. Keep a note on your phone. Write down your habits. Every time you pick up your phone, every time you procrastinate, every time you encourage someone, every time you pray, every time you complain, every healthy choice, every unhealthy one. Don't judge yourself. Just notice, because awareness creates opportunities that autopilot never will. And before I leave you, here's a question I've been asking myself this week. What habit is quietly shaping my future that I've stopped noticing? Think about that. I'll see you in the next chapter. And until then, keep becoming.